What's up, Wrestlingverse family? Welcome back to the channel, and if you're not already subscribed, hit that button right now and turn on those notifications because we just got the answer to the biggest mystery on Smackdown. The wait is over, the speculation can end, and the truth has been revealed. Bron Breakker has been revealed as the man who attacked Jacob Fatu backstage on Smackdown. The mystery that has had the entire WWE universe playing detective for weeks has finally been solved, and I'm telling you right now, this revelation changes everything. This is massive, this is shocking, and this is going to shake SmackDown to its core. So stick around because we're breaking down how the reveal happened, why Bron did it, what this means for both superstars, and how this is going to ignite one of the most explosive feuds in WWE. This is going to be wild. Let's go. Alright, Wrestlingverse family, let me set the stage for this incredible reveal. For weeks, Jacob Fatu has been recovering from that brutal backstage attack that left him laid out and the entire WWE universe wondering who was responsible. The speculation was endless. Everyone had their theories, everyone had their suspects, but nobody knew for sure until tonight. Tonight on SmackDown, WWE officials called a press conference to address the attack and reveal the identity of the perpetrator. Nick Aldis, the SmackDown general manager, stood at the podium looking serious and determined. He talked about how Wi's security team had been working around the clock, reviewing footage, interviewing witnesses, and gathering evidence. The tension in the arena was palpable as Aldis prepared to reveal the attacker's identity. The crowd was buzzing with anticipation, social media was going crazy with predictions, and everyone was on the edge of their seats. This was the moment we had all been waiting for. Who attacked Jacob Fatu? And then Aldis dropped the bombshell. It was Bron Breakker. The arena absolutely erupted with shock and disbelief. Some fans had suspected Bron, but having it confirmed was still stunning. Aldis presented video evidence showing Bron clearly orchestrating and leading the attack. There was no denying it, no room for doubt. Bron Breakker was the attacker. But Aldis wasn't done. He announced that due to the severity of the attack and Bron's refusal to show remorse, WWE was taking immediate disciplinary action. Bron was being suspended indefinitely, fined heavily, and would face potential criminal charges if Jacob Fatu decided to press them. The consequences were serious and immediate. That's when Bron Breakker himself interrupted the press conference. His music hit, and he stormed out to the stage with intensity and anger radiating from every pore. He grabbed a microphone and made it clear that he didn't care about the suspension, the fine, or any consequences. He did what he did, and he'd do it again. Bron's explanation for the attack was both shocking and revealing. He said that Jacob Fatu and the Bloodline represent everything wrong with WWE. They've dominated for too long, they've held back younger talent, and they've created a system where you have to wait your turn instead of taking what you deserve. Bron was tired of waiting. He talked about how he's a second-generation superstar from the legendary Steiner family. He has wrestling in his blood, he has the talent, he has the intensity, but he was being held back by the Bloodline's stranglehold on SmackDown. Jacob Fatu was a symbol of that dominance, and taking him out was Bron's way of declaring war on the entire system. Bron made it clear that he's not afraid of the Bloodline, not afraid of Jacob Fatu, and not afraid of anyone in WWE. He attacked Jacob because he wanted to send a message. The era of young, hungry, aggressive superstars taking over has begun. If that means going through the Bloodline one by one, then so be it. Bron Breakker is ready for war. The crowd's reaction was mixed but intense. Some fans were booing Bron for the cowardly attack, while others were cheering his rebellion against the Bloodline's dominance. Regardless of how people felt about his methods, everyone had to acknowledge that Bron just made himself the most dangerous man on SmackDown. Now let's talk about why this revelation is so significant. Bron Breakker attacking Jacob Fatu isn't just about two individuals, it's about the clash of wrestling dynasties. You have the Anoa'i family, represented by Jacob Fatu, versus the Steiner family, represented by Bron. This is legacy versus legacy, bloodline versus bloodline. The Anoa'i family has produced some of the greatest wrestlers in history: The Rock, Roman Reigns, the Usos, Yokozuna, and countless others. Their wrestling royalty, and their dominance in WWE has been well documented. Jacob Fatu carries that legacy with pride and has proven himself worthy of the family name. The Steiner family is equally legendary. Rick and Scott Steiner are considered some of the greatest tag team wrestlers ever. Bron's father, Rick Steiner, was a multiple-time champion and a respected performer. Bron carries that legacy and clearly feels the pressure to live up to the Steiner name. This attack was his way of proving he belongs in that conversation. What makes Bron's attack even more impactful is the strategy behind it. He didn't challenge Jacob to a match. He ambushed him. He didn't fight fair. He used numbers and surprise to his advantage. This shows that Bron is willing to do whatever it takes to achieve his goals, even if it means fighting dirty. The timing of the attack was also strategic. Bron waited for a moment when Jacob was vulnerable, when security would be limited, and when he could inflict maximum damage with minimum risk. That level of calculation shows that Bron isn't just a powerhouse, he's intelligent and dangerous. For Jacob Fatu, this revelation provides clarity but also creates a new problem. Now he knows who attacked him and why, but he also has to deal with the fact that one of WWE's most dangerous young stars is gunning for him. When Jacob returns from his injuries, the confrontation with Bron is going to be absolutely explosive. The bloodline as a whole now has to decide how to respond. Do they handle this internally, or does Roman Reigns get involved? Do they seek revenge as a unit, or do they let Jacob handle his own business? The faction's response will be crucial to how this storyline develops. Social media has absolutely exploded since the revelation. Wrestling fans from all over the world are sharing their reactions, debating whether they saw it coming, and speculating about what happens next. The discussion has been non-stop, with everyone wanting to be part of this moment. Many fans are praising WWE for the mystery and the reveal. Building suspense over several weeks and then delivering a satisfying answer is good storytelling. It kept fans engaged, got them talking, and created anticipation for what comes next. That's how you build compelling television. Other fans are excited about the prospect of Bron Breakker versus Jacob Fatu. These two are powerhouses, both incredibly athletic, both intense, and both capable of putting on incredible matches. When they finally collide in the ring, it's going to be a war that fans won't forget. Fellow WWE superstars have been reacting to the revelation as well. Some are expressing support for Jacob Fatu and the bloodline, while others are quietly admiring Bron's boldness. The locker room is divided, and that division creates interesting dynamics for future storylines. Let's talk about what this means for Bron Breakker's character. Up until now, he's been presented as an intense but generally fair competitor. This attack shows a darker, more ruthless side. He's willing to cross lines, break rules, and do whatever it takes to make a name for himself. That character evolution is crucial for his long-term success. The suspension adds an interesting layer to the story. Bron being suspended means he'll be off television for a period, which builds anticipation for his return. When he comes back, the pop will be huge, and the feud with Jacob will be even hotter. Sometimes absence makes the storyline stronger. The potential matches between Bron and Jacob are going to be incredible. Imagine these two powerhouses going at it in a no-holds-barred match. Picture them in a steel cage where neither can escape. Think about a last man standing match where both men beat each other senseless. Every stipulation sounds amazing with these two. This feud also creates opportunities for other wrestlers to get involved. Will anyone step up to help Jacob against Bron? Will Bron recruit allies to even the odds against the bloodline? Multi-man matches, faction warfare, and unexpected alliances could all develop from this situation. The storytelling potential extends beyond just physical confrontations. The promo battles between Bron and Jacob will be intense. Both men can talk, both have legitimate grievances, and both represent something larger than themselves. The verbal exchanges will be just as compelling as the physical ones. From a business perspective, this feud is money. Bron Breakker is being positioned as a top star, and feuding with someone connected to the bloodline gives him instant credibility. Jacob Fatu gets to be in a high-profile feud that showcases his abilities. Both men benefit, and WWE benefits from the interest it generates. The reveal also validates the fans who suspected Bron all along. Some people picked up on subtle clues, body language, and positioning that suggested Bron might be involved. WWE rewarding attentive viewers makes them feel smart and encourages deeper engagement with the product. What's particularly effective about this reveal is that it doesn't end the story, it begins a new chapter. The mystery is solved, but now we have a blood feud brewing. We have family pride on the line. We have two men who won't back down. The best part of this story is still ahead of us. The production quality of the reveal deserves recognition. The way WWE built tension, presented evidence, and allowed Bron to explain himself was all done professionally. It felt important, it felt consequential, and it made viewers feel like they were witnessing something significant. This situation also tests the Bloodline's unity and strength. They've been the dominant force in WWE for years, but now they're being challenged by a young, hungry, fearless competitor. How they respond will define them. Can they maintain their dominance, or is this the beginning of their downfall? For the Smackdown brand, this creates a must-see storyline that will drive viewership. Fans will tune in every week to see developments in this feud. They'll want to know when Bron returns from suspension. They'll want to see Jacob's reaction when he's healthy. Every episode becomes important. The generational aspect adds depth to the story. This isn't just two individuals fighting, it's the next generation of two legendary families proving themselves. Both Bron and Jacob have legacies to uphold, and neither will want to let their families down. That extra pressure makes everything more meaningful. Historical parallels can be drawn to other great family feuds in wrestling history. The Harts versus the Austins, the Rhodes versus the Flairs, the Von Erichs versus the Freebirds. When family pride is on the line, feuds become legendary. Bron versus Jacob has that same potential. Alright, wrestling vs. family, that's the complete breakdown of Bron Breakker being revealed as Jacob Fatu's backstage attacker. The mystery is solved, but the story is just beginning. We're about to witness one of the most intense and physical feuds in WWE, and I cannot wait to see how it unfolds. Now I need to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Did you suspect Bron all along? Are you Team Bron or Team Jacob? What match stipulation do you want to see between these two? Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay updated on every development in this explosive feud, smash that like button. It helps the algorithm show our content to more wrestling fans. And if you're not subscribed to Wrestling vs. CC, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications right now. Share this video with your wrestling friends so everyone knows who attacked Jacob Fatu. This is going to be one of the biggest feuds on SmackDown, and we're covering every single moment. Thank you so much for watching, Wrestling vs. Family. The mystery is solved, but the war is just beginning. Until next time, stay shocked, stay engaged, and keep being the best wrestling fans in the world. Peace.